Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So my name's Katie and today I'm going to be doing the Avatar The Last Airbender book tag. So I wasn't tagged for this, but I saw it on Angela's channel from Literature Science Alliance, so I'll leave her video and her channel linked down below. And I just thought it was so fun and I love Avatar. And also if you want some entertainment in your day, I recently did the catfished people on Tinder pretending to be Azula. So yeah, that was very funny and led to some interesting interactions. So I'll link that in the cards either side. I haven't worked out which side is which yet. But yeah, so I'd highly recommend that video. Or I just find myself hilarious, obviously. But yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this video and I'm just gonna go. First nation we have is water. So I haven't decided whether I'm a waterbender or an airbender. I can't decide, but yeah, so they're both special to me. So the first prompt, is Katara and Sokka, and that is your favourite sibling relationship. So I'm gonna say I have two answers. Well, I have a lot actually. I just love siblings. I think I'm gonna do a video on my favourite sibling relationships. But a recent favourite is Cordelia and Alistair from Chain of Gold. This book just has so many fantastic sibling relationships. Like there's Cordelia and Alistair, James and Lucy, Jessie and Grace, Matthew and Charles. Well, I'm not sure about that one. But yeah, it's just so fantastic. And I just love Cordelia and Alistair's relationship because it's very complicated. They're quite abrasive with each other, but they also, you can tell they really love each other. And when Alistair starts opening up to Cordelia at the end of the book and all the stuff he did to protect her, and from the bad news about their father, and it's just so cute. And I just love their relationship. Yeah, it's fascinating. Also, I really love all the sibling relationships in the David Bad trilogy. So Ali, Muntadir and Zainab, I love them. And also Nari and blank. I love them as well, especially the Empire of Gold. I just really love their dynamic. Also a new, very recent favourite is Corbin and Sven. I don't know how to say her name. It's like Gwen but with a C. From Malice, and they're just so cute. They're quite young at the moment, and I just love it. Sven is completely feral, and Corbin's quite shy and stuff, and he always gets annoyed with his sister for standing up to him. There's a scene at the beginning of the book where Corbin's being bullied and then Sven goes jumps on the back of the attacker, and it's just so cute. And yeah, I just really love them. And then the next is Yue, and that is your favourite star-crossed lovers. So I'm really sorry, but I have to say this because with the word star in, how could you not? But that is Feyre and Rhys. So I don't talk about it a lot, but because I feel these books don't need any more hype, but I do love a bit of Sarah J Maas. So yeah, and Feyre and Rhys, they were my OG OTP. They were the first couple that I hardcore shipped, so I just have to say them. This is the only book in the series that I am physically, and it's not my favourite. It's basically just smut in this book, but it was okay. But I would highly recommend read with Cindy's review video because that's so funny. But I did really love A Court of Mist and Fury and A Court of Wings and Ruin. But yeah, I love their relationship. And Rhys and he's so funny. I have an OTPs video, which I don't know if it'll be up or not by the time this video is out, but yeah, I love them, so, and all the people in that video. Then the next one, the prompt is Bloodbending, and that is a book with a disturbing concept, or unsettling. I don't know what to pick for this one because I don't often read books which are scary or disturbing. I don't know, I can't cope with that. Okay, I'm gonna go with The Three-Body Problem by Chin Lu, because this book, it's this weird world where there's scientists they keep committing suicide because science has gone crazy, and this is a pretty weird book. So I feel it fits. And yeah, and there's this gaming world, and you kind of become embroiled in this game, and yeah, there's lots of weird stuff going on. Yeah, I'm gonna choose this one, but I don't feel like I read like creepy books or like unsettling books very often. I can't do that to myself. Okay, so then next we're on to Earthbending. So I do love Kyoshi actually. She's got the rise of Kyoshi here. But yeah, anyway, so the first prompt is Toph. And that is a character whose strength surprised you or surprised others in the book. Okay, so for this one, because we have to get some Sanderson in here, I'm gonna go with Sibling. He's just so sweet, but I love him. But there's something he does at the end, which, yeah. Oh no, it's the other way around. It's Light Song who does it. Okay, so Warbreaker. I just filmed the whole clip talking about this character and the act that they did, and I did it for the wrong character. so Light Song, him, and throughout the whole book he's having this like identity crisis, and he's really questioning like so he's a god, but he's really questioning like, is he a god? What makes people a god? But then at the end he does this like act, and it's just so like just very emotional, and just you see how it's just the perfect like culmination for his arc, and how just, yeah, he's kind of really grown, and you're just so like pleased and surprised by this kind of act of strength. This book may be making an appearance for a later prompt as well, so keep an eye out. The next is The Tales of Ba Sing Se, and that is the best short story or poetry collection. So I'm going to cheat slightly and just choose a poetry book because it's like the only one I've read, but I really loved it. And that is Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. So this is the first poetry book I'd ever read, and I really enjoyed it. And we're following two sisters, but they don't know their sisters. Well, they're half sisters. So they had the same father, but their father's like living a double life. And then their father unexpectedly dies in a plane crash, and they are kind of dealing with that, and yeah, just like the consequences of that, coming to terms with having this whole other family. And it's just so fascinating and like very moving, and yeah, it's just a brilliant book, so I'd recommend it. The number 6 is Kyoshi, and that is the best warrior character. So I feel like there's a lot of them in like fantasy. I was gonna choose Vin or Kaladin, but then I feel like there's enough Sanderson in this video already, because like 2 of the later prompts I'm doing for that one, so I'll try to choose someone else. So I'm going to go with Talien from The Wolf of Aranyao, because I feel like this is such an interesting book, and it really explores like so in this world and like what's expected of kind of a mother and a woman, but she's also like this like badass fighter. She kind of has a bit of a reputation as this like bitch queen, which I think is really interesting. And yeah, it's really interesting to see her kind of a journey, and yeah, so I just really enjoyed that one. And it's very kind of like, she's quite different from like the standard like young chosen one warrior. She's like kind of older and like a mother, and yeah, it's just fascinating to see that. So I'm gonna choose this one from The Wolf of Aranyao by K.S. Veloso. Okay, so then next we have The Fire Nation. So the first prompt for that is Zuko, and that is the best redemption arc, or redemption arc that should have happened. So I don't think this is going to be a surprise. And that is Dalinar in Oathbringer. So Dalinar's redemption arc is so fascinating because when you know him like in the current timeline, it's like already happened, and you don't know why all these other characters are like, oh yeah, Dalinar was so crazy when he was younger. But just finding out about what happened and how he kind of goes through that in this book, and how he's kind of like remembering his past and like coming to terms with it, and how that actually makes him stronger as a person, like remembering the past as opposed to just like repressing all that trauma. Yeah, Dalinar's redemption arc is one of the best I've seen, other than Zuko. But yeah, so it's really good and very heartbreaking. And yeah, young Dalinar, well, he was wild. So yeah, that's my favourite redemption arc, so, and my favourite book. The next is 8, and that is Iroh, and that is the wisest character. I love the like trope of the wise old character, but I feel like I haven't read that many books with that trope in. Does Magnus Bane, does he count? I feel like all the Shadowhunters always like go to him for help. So I guess he's kind of wise. So I'm going to go with Alablaster from the 5th season, especially in the latest 2 books. But yeah, he's just like imparting his wisdom on Spy 90 and I just love him. He's such a funny character. I can't believe people don't like him, Tammy. But yeah, oh yeah, so I really like him and he's like quite a kind of old wise like mentor figure. Yeah, I do love that relationship with this like a mentor figure and then they're like a buddy. Yeah, another book that does that quite well is The Killing Moon by N.K. Jemisin. I can't be bothered to get it out, but yeah, so I'm gonna say that one for this one. And 9 is Azula, and that is the best downfall, so I know which character I'm gonna pick for this, and that is Meniza from the Daevabad series. Her story is just so tragic and so kind of moving, and in Empire of Gold especially, you really see her start to like lose the plot, like things keep happening. So like Azula, she's like the villain, and but then like in the end of the series she really like loses it. And that's a very similar thing to what happens to Meniza. And yeah, it's just, I have a really long review for Empire of Gold if you want to watch that, and I spend quite a lot of time gushing about how much I love Meniza. But yeah, she's just such a kind of, you really feel for her and all these things. You really see how each like insult, I guess that's a really like medical term, but how each insult to what happens to her really like makes her kind of degress. And yeah, so she's just a really fascinating villain. I love like downfall of villain arcs. Another one that does it really well is Heart of Flames by Nikki Palpate. I'll get it out. I have to put all these books away. Yeah, one of the characters, no, not Veronica, she's the main character. What's her name? Val, that's it. Her downfall in this book is really well done, and I love a descent of the villain arc. You don't see it that often, I feel, but I really love it when it's done well. So yeah, this one as well. So then finally we're onto the Air Nation. So the first prompt is Appa, and that is your favourite fictional animal or pet. So actually, back to Malice, I just met Corbin's little wolf pup, but yeah, it's so cute. So I love them, and obviously Tensoon from Mistborn, but he's not really a pet. I don't know, I love him though. And the Sunni pups, oh, they're so cute. And also Mish Mish from Empire of Gold. Oh, that was so sweet. I just love him. It really reminded me of Milog from She-Ra. But yeah, oh, so I love like a fictional like pet, or like a talking companion as well. Like yeah, Windle. I love Windle. Yeah, so yeah, I just love that kind of trope. Is it a trope? I don't know, but yeah, I love them. So yeah. And then number 11 is Ang, and that is purest cinnamon roll. So I love cinnamon roll characters like so much, so I can't choose one. So we're gonna have a bit of a list here. So first one is Sebron from Warbreaker. You know that emoji that's like a, I don't know what it's called, like baby face, or where it's like, I can't do it, but I'll put it in somewhere. He's just like the definition of that emoji. I just love him so much. He's such a cinnamon roll. And there's this scene, and when he like pulls out the book, and oh, he's so cute. I just love him. So yeah, so Sebron. I also really love Bitty from Check Please and Nick from Heartstopper. They're both such little sweethearts. And yeah, they're really cute, so I love them. They're both cinnamon rolls. Kitai from the Poppy War. Oh, I love him. He doesn't deserve him. No, Rin doesn't deserve him. Yeah, I love Kitai. I just have a big list of himbos and a big list of cinnamon rolls that I just love from books. Wylan from Six of Crows. Oh, love him. Adeline from the Stormlight Archive. He's a himbo as well, but I love him. He's such a cinnamon roll as well, though. Aww. Jem from Clockwork Angel. Oh, I love him. This list could get really long. We'll leave it there for now. Okay, then finally 12, and that is Avatar State, and that is a stubborn character who struggles with letting go. Okay, I'm gonna go with Misaki from Sword of Kaigan for this one, so I'll put it here. Well, it won't surprise me plugging Sword of Kaigan again. But yeah, I just love it, and her storyline's so fascinating because she's very much like has all these like regrets from her past, and she like refuses to let herself kind of get past them and like embrace her new life almost. and yeah, I just really like her journey in that book, and she's quite a stubborn character. So yeah, I just really love that, and I would highly recommend you read The Sword of Cayenne. So on that note, that is the end of this tag, and I'm going to tag anyone who wants to do this. Yeah, okay, so if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I hope you're all having a great day, and I will see you next time.